Income Agency, friend. We're going to talk all things going live. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know where you're from. I appreciate everybody coming in to support the live stream. We're going to get started in just a few minutes. I appreciate all the support as we get ready to go live. Go live with ease, confidence, as well as good information to make sure you're growing. So let me know if you are new to my live. Come on in. Um, we have 190 creators, which is awesome. I'm sorry, 910 creators. Oh my gosh, I said that totally backwards. Creators that are subscribers that are coming to here and connecting, which is awesome. I have to go back and look at the numbers, but I think we got a few subscribers from earlier today. So really appreciate it. So we have 910. So we'll see if we get some more today. And then we'll see how things go for us in this month of December. The goal as we approach December, well, as we go through the end of the year, that's pretty much what I'm saying. Because I know we want to make sure that we are growing and we hit milestones. So 1,000 is our goal. And so hopefully we hit the 1,000 mark before the year is out. So here's open. All right, friends. Thank you so much for joining. Let me know where you're from. If you're new to my live, go ahead and say I'm new. I'm here. I'm looking to grow. I always tell people I'm so interested in making sure that you're getting the information you need, and we are talking all things live streaming. So feel free to hop in and say where you're from. I appreciate the support, and we'll get going. If you're new to my live and haven't been here before, feel free to say you are new and you're looking to grow as well. So appreciate everybody coming in. This is my 4 o'clock live. So at 4 o'clock, I go live twice a day at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. Eastern every day. I'm out of Florida. And so we talk all things going live. And so with this particular live, we're going to talk a little bit more. I may do a recap of what we did in the 10 o'clock. I try to do that for the 4 o'clock with the thinking that I had some questions that came up. I think there was some shop related questions. So we may go down that path if we need to. What I do is this is going to be, because I'm a creator network agency, this is going to be a recording and added to my playlist where you can go back and watch it. We talk a lot about TikTok and that platform because it's very detailed. It's very intricate, and you're trying to make sure you're understanding it. Hello, Fred. Thank you so much for being here. Hello. Let me know where you're from. And then what I do here is people can go back and look at the recording. So I appreciate everyone joining. Make sure you give it a thumbs up, a like, so that you like the live and you let YouTube know that you're watching and you like. And so that's a good way to energize and activate the live stream. And then also, if you haven't subscribed to my channel, click that subscriber button, click the subscriber button, and make sure you click the bell to get notifications of when I go live and I post content. I was just saying earlier, we're at 910 subscribers. So we're on our road to 1K as our first milestone. I come twice a day and I'm always paying attention to the numbers. Thank you so much for being here from India. India. Thank you so much. I am doing well. I appreciate the support. I look like Whitney, huh? Okay, I guess. Thank you, I guess. Hopefully that's a compliment. But I appreciate that. Definitely two different generations. Thank you, everybody who's here. I appreciate you joining. I'm Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. If you're new to my live, click the like button and then also click the subscriber button so that you get notified. So you can subscribe and then you get notifications by clicking that bell of when I go live and I post content. So here's the house rules. Okay, house rules. I want to make sure. Hello. Okay, you're from Egypt. Awesome. Here's the house rules. Make sure we keep this professional. Okay, this is a professional channel. We're talking all things live streaming. I live stream on TikTok and YouTube. So YouTube is here, what I'm doing first. I'm going to go on the YT in just a few moments. And on the TikTok streets, I'm sorry. And I use that, yellow's your favorite color, awesome. I use that to make sure that I'm actually, I'm on TikTok because I'm a creator network. So I'm going there to talk to TikTok. And then for you all, I am going to make this a playlist. Oh, hi, I love you. I'm Florida. Hey, thank you for that. Just desserts. Awesome. Thank you, neighbor. How you doing, neighbor? I'm in Florida too. I'm in Central Florida. So I appreciate you being here. Thank you for that. I appreciate that. We love you from Florida. Appreciate you, friend. Let me know if you go live. So we talk all things live streaming. And so I'm doing this on a daily basis. I'm going to be honest with you all. I'm looking in the next year in 2026 to do more live streaming on YouTube. I do it daily, but because my conversation is geared towards TikTok, I'm going to try my best to come here and make the conversation geared towards YouTube. And so, just so that you know, there's a couple of things you want to keep in mind. Thank you so much, friend. There's a couple of things you want to keep in mind when you are streaming, especially on YouTube. You got to make sure you have 50 subscribers first. So that's the very first step to get live streaming access. And then you want to be able to produce content that's relevant to your audience. So you want to do a little research. There's some things I learned along the way that I probably would change in the beginning. So if I was to do it all over again, I probably would make some tweaks along the way. But for me, this is all about growth. I'm trying to make sure that I'm being consistent. That's number one. And I'm trying to make sure that I am producing content that is content that people are looking for. So I got to do a little bit better with my thumbnails and my titles and stuff like that. But those are part of the lessons learned. So you want to be intentional in that way as well. So, but the first thing is just to keep going live and making sure that the algorithm gets to know you, your community gets to know you, and that you have a topic that people are interested in and searching for. So I tell you guys, if you're coming to my live stream, make sure you like the live. So that's the thumbs up here on YouTube. Hello, friends. Thank you so much. And then make sure you monitor your chat, and you can always remove people who are bad actors. Okay? People who are not staying relevant, who are being silly. I say you got to be 18 years and older to stream on YouTube and on TikTok. So I say let's make sure the adults are in the room and we stay focused, and we're putting comments that are relevant to the topic. So that's for any channel you go to, and particularly here. And so if you are it's 50 subscribers to get subscriber access. Definitely, you want to make sure you control your live and you make sure you have the right people in the room. And I do normally have a moderator. They may pop in, the Idea Barista. They may pop in at some point today. That's totally fine, because what I do here is I monitor my chat. I see what's going on. I do focus on TikTok, so I'm going to go over there in a second. But just know it's important to make sure that you are always in control. Okay? This is your live stream. So thumbs up if you like this live, thumbs up for me. So I get support from YouTube, because people are coming in and engaging and they're liking the live. And then make sure you also click that subscriber button to subscribe to the channel. And then that bell to get notifications of when I go live and when I post, so you guys can kind of keep up with me. We're at 910 subscribers. So I was going to share that. I started in April. 50 subscribers showed up almost daily. I mean, there's only a few days I have not gone live on YouTube. More days that I haven't gone live on YouTube than TikTok, because my YouTube, my tablet I use here was either not charged or, just a little delay in starting on my TikTok. So I was like, you know what, I'm not going to start the YouTube. So with that, I've gone live almost daily here. And then because I'm showing up twice a day, I'm meeting and engaged with new people, and people are liking the live and subscribing to the channel. So I have 910 when I first started here. So hopefully we get to 915. But my point is consistency, showing up, doing this. And then since I'm doing it on TikTok anyway, I was like, let me make this a playlist, and then I get credit on YouTube as well. So that's what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to do this, but I just want to make sure I'm being consistent. I need to work on my content for my YouTube channel as much as I do for the TikTok, but that's going to come with time as well. All right, dear friends, we are going to go live on TikTok in just a few minutes. We're going to get started, and I appreciate you all joining. In the meantime, if you have questions, put it in the chat. Thank you so much for the compliments. Let me know, put it in the chat. I'm going to try to catch up and stay on top of the compliments, the comments, and get back to you as well. All right, friends, we're going to get started on TikTok. Okay? Let's see. Let's see, I had okay. All right, everyone. Hello. TikTok. This is Dr. Lisa, Launch Your Income Agency. Come on in. We're going to talk all things going live. I appreciate you all being here today. Let me know if you have any questions. We're going to talk all things going live with ease and confidence. And come on in. We're going to get started. I don't care if you're nervous, afraid, scared, or shy, anything like that. Come in and learn how to go live and how to build your community. Let me know where you're from as you come in. I'm in Florida. And so I love to talk to my people who are going live and giving you more support and strategies to build your community, friends. So come on in, let me know where you're from, and put it in the chat for me, and we'll get started in just a few minutes. I know Saturday afternoons is usually a late time, so we'll see how long we stay live today, but I appreciate everybody coming in. So we'll get started shortly. Thank you so much. And we'll probably have part 2 conversation on what we discussed earlier today. I appreciate you coming through. Thank you so much as I get ready to go live. And so I'm going to put this in the chat. Give me 1 second. I'm sitting up here setting up my live and putting that out there for our friends to join us. And we're going to continue to go live. Let's see. Friends, let me know if you have questions in the meantime. And we will share out some information. Let's see. Hello, how you doing, Jean? How's everything going? How are you today? Appreciate you joining me. Thank you for coming in. Hey, Eugene, how are you? How's everything going? Let me know if you have any questions, friends. You know what? I'm getting Eugene. I've gotten away from asking you your live plans because I know you're taking your time, friend. But let me know if you do decide to go live. Let me know if you do decide to go live. Thank you for the daily heart me. Appreciate you coming in. Let me know if you have any questions. Super fan Luna. How are you, Luna? Come on in, friend. Appreciate you joining. Let me know if you have any questions. I appreciate you coming through. How's everything come? You said, hold on, it got filtered. Hold on, you said I'm coming very soon. I hear you, friend. Thank you for that. All right, we're seeing what happened. Okay, just keep us posted. Let's see. Hey, how are you, Luna? Hello, Doc. You said I fell asleep earlier. Appreciate it. Well, welcome back. Welcome back, Diana. How are you, friend? How's everything going? Diana, do you go live on the weekends? And Luna, you said you were going to go live tonight. So we're going to talk a little bit. I said I'm going to do part 2 conversation on, what we were chatting about earlier. You said no. Okay, yes. No and yes. All right. Let us know what time then. Yes, I did 2 hours. You did 2 hours live today? Oh, wow. Okay. Nice, nice. Yeah, I was busy during this time. My husband was chatting with him for a little bit. He's like, oh, you going to take a nap? Because he saw I was kind of yarning, like, a little tired. I was like, well, yeah, I planned on it. So I came upstairs, and inevitably, when you check your email or check the computer, then you just end up sitting there the whole time. So I never, I never took a nap. So I didn't have a chance to today, at least. Sleep, no lives today. Oh, okay. You went to sleep for 2 hours. Okay, gotcha. All right, friends. So if you are in the live, let's share the live out. We're going to share it out with some friends. You could do a power share to share it out with friends and supporters. Oops, sorry about that. I shared it where I had swiped myself out for a second here. And so definitely make sure you share it out so people know you are live. Let's see. I'm going to send it out to a few more friends. In the meantime, if you are new to my live, come in, sharing it out now. Let's see. All right, friends. All right, thank you so much. I appreciate you all coming in. And so we'll see what how the flow of today's topic goes for us. So a couple things. Hey Diana, thank you for that. You got your daily heartbeat. We'll see. TikTok might give me the daily heartbeat. We'll see how TikTok does for the live today, because typically that's what I see where they will they will give me the heartbeat, and that'll be the flash goal. I didn't get a flash goal. I don't think I got a flash goal at all at the 10 o'clock one. So that's kind of interesting that I got no flash goal. I was actually intrigued by that. So we'll see what happens. I might get it early today. So a couple things. Let me recap a little bit. I'm going to start with some of the conversation from earlier. Thank you so much. I'm going to recap a little bit more, and we'll talk a little bit about, the importance of building community and the importance, how you doing, friends coming into the live, the importance of building community, but also the importance of making sure you are thinking about we talked earlier about your target audience. So we're going to talk about building community because I think that's going to be most important as you're growing. And a lot of times we often focus on the live stream only and not the content, not the engagement outside the live. And so we'll talk about that. And I guess I'm going to ask the question, like, how many of you are already doing that type of engagement? Are you doing that engagement outside your live? What does that look like? And I know we all have limited time, especially if we're working and trying to balance it all, family and all the things that come with it. Thank you for the follow, Lonnie. Thank you so much. Um, but it comes with making sure you're being intentional about what's your growth strategy, what's your plan, and how do you find the people who might be interested in your topic. So that's a big piece of it as well. Thank you for that. You said I'm trying to. I see. Yes, thanks to you concentrating on my community. I love that. I love that. And Luna, you're so good at it too. Let's be honest with you. I mean, you are a connector. I mean, you talk about that all the time. You say, I'm a supporter. You are a supporter, but you also connect people. You connect people to the right information. You connect people to the right people. And so, because of that, that's really good because you're helping people, even in your content, when you think about it, you're showing people, you're connecting people to great deals and great ways to, I love to connect people. I know. Yeah, and seriously, that's a beautiful trait to have. Just being able to say, you know what, I am going to connect folks and I'm going to build my community. So, so we had somebody earlier. You know how people will pop into your live. Thank you so much, Tall. I think that's the person that's in the chat. Thank you for being here. We had somebody earlier, and I read their bio, and they were, hey Alex, they were into the thrifting. I don't know if you caught that. I don't know if you were here when I said it earlier because I thought about you. I was like, Luna. So there was somebody in here earlier for that. So just knowing, hey Soda, um, was it Dee Dee? I don't remember that being the name. That doesn't sound familiar. I don't remember the name, but I don't think it was anybody named Dee Dee. I met two people I sent this way. Okay. All right. Awesome. Awesome. So, okay, let me ask this. Now, when you meet people in the community, in other rooms or in content, are you looking at who they're following? So that's a little cheat code. If you look at the people who they're following, those individuals may be following other people. You say yes, okay, gotcha. I think we talked about that before. Hey, I need to message you. I'm going to Orlando in a week. Are you really? All right. So, hello. Thank you, MP Service, for the follow. I appreciate you, and I'm following them. I love it. That's it. That's it. That's how you build. That's how you build and expand. Thank you all who are coming in now. Thank you so much, Dot. Appreciate you. Hey, friend, how are you? Thank you so much for being here. Thank you for that daily heartbeat. I got invited to a reseller chat today and was so happy. What does that mean? A reseller chat. What does that mean? So, is it a live stream or is it like a group chat? Let me know. Group chat where it's on TikTok or Discord or some other place. That's pretty cool. That is pretty cool. Thank you for that daily check-in. How are you, friend? Dad, why have we crossed paths maybe in a different group chat or something? Let me know because your name looks familiar. Appreciate you being here. Thank you for stopping through. Appreciate it. How's everything going with your live stream as well? And anybody else, if you're new to the room, go ahead and say hello. Bonnie, how are you as well? Thank you so much for being here. So as you guys come in, I'm happy to answer questions. But Luna, yeah, what was that? A group chat or you said a reseller chat? Oh, that seems good. Hello, hello. How's everything going? Thank you so much for joining the live. Um, you said making progress. I love it. Making steady progress with my lives. That's it. Just keep showing up. Keep showing up. And then I talk about looking at your analytics. I always want to make sure you guys are seeing your growth. I was going to celebrate. I guess I'll save it for tomorrow. I was looking at the data, 32 new thrifting friends. Oh, so yeah, it's a group chat. Okay. You know what? TikTok filtered you. I answered. Oh, TikTok filtered you. I was about to say it because I don't see it. TikTok must have filtered the message. Let me see if I can see in my filtered messages. Sometimes they show up, sometimes they don't. Yeah, it didn't show up. Yeah, so I'm assuming it's a group chat. Yeah. Hey, Black Lotus. Black Lotus, I saw you live today, friend. Awesome, awesome. I was able to pop in for a moment. Appreciate you. Thank you for being here. MP Service, how's everything going? Deborah, how are you as well? Come on in, friends. Let me know. I appreciate you all coming through. Um, yeah, sometimes TikTok will filter comments. So if you write a comment and I don't respond, that's because TikTok might have filtered you. So what I was going to talk about too is I was going to kind of go towards like what does it mean to find your target audience, and that's what Luna's doing. So 32 new friends. I'm assuming it's a group chat because the max you can have in a group chat is 32 people. So you got 32 new friends, and so with that, you want to make sure that you're connecting with people, visiting those live streams. You said thank you, so sweet. Thank you to you. Appreciate you. You are such a great supporter, so I appreciate it. Thank you all who are coming in. I appreciate the folks that are joining me. We'll see how this live goes. You know, TikTok sometimes it goes up and down, so we'll see if we get some more friends. If you are new into the room, go ahead and tap the screen, share the live. If you are trying to figure out ways to get more engagement, how you doing, Chris? It's going to be important for you to understand from a viewer perspective. And what I share here is essentially what you should take from as you become a live host and you're going live on a daily basis or on a more frequent basis, you are then able to talk and engage with your community. Okay. And so for your live to start picking up and engagement happening and stuff, your viewers need to actively engage. So that's going to be important. Get ready for a live go coming up. What you mean? Get ready for a live go coming up? I appreciate it. What does that mean? Thank you for that, friend. So you want to make sure your community is actively sharing out the live as well as tapping the screen. So if you are just watching, I tell people this is not TV. We got a sticker for that. This ain't TV. And that engagement, tapping the screen, you see the little emojis coming up on the screen here. Oh, look at you, friend. Thank you so much. Thank you, Luna. Thank you for that. I Thank you for the support, friend. I appreciate that. So if you tap the screen, you'll see where the hearts are right here at the top. And as you're tapping, um, essentially those hearts will start, the line will start crawling across. And then you'll see that heart get fatter. It's going to be a pink heart that pops up there. And then there's a line that crawls across the name. And then as that line crawls across, you'll see where it's tapping, tapping, tapping. That heart gets fatter. Dots come out of that heart. The confetti dots will start percolating out of it. And then what will happen is you let go. You let go, and then all of a sudden, confetti falls on the screen, and then it shows you how many likes you sent. So a lot of people will say tap to the confetti falls because they want you to engage until that confetti falls on the screen and it shows TikTok that engagement is happening in your live. So a lot of people will purchase the tapper. So you'll see this tapping device. So it taps the screen for you as well as making sure that they're tapping throughout the time they're going live. Taps oftentimes will help support the live and engagement. Comments also support. Those are free support. I tell people tapping, sharing, commenting is ways that you can engage in responding to questions and engaging by sending stickers. All those things is important. Sometimes people just put the tapper on and just walk away, but I'm saying the stickers also matter, and comments also help with engagement. Hey Luna, thank you so much coming back. So you want to be active with how you are participating in someone's life. That's going to be so important. Um, so what I was starting off, hey Michelle, how are you, friend? Thank you so much, Kay. Thank you for joining the Wardrobe LLC. Thank you for joining. As you come in, if I'm new to you, let me know if you have any questions too, because I'm always answering questions for my new live hosts. TikTok sent me roses, not heart me's. Okay. As a flash goal, I got roses. So 8 roses is being asked to support the live, one per person. Flash goals are one per person, and it's TikTok's way of seeing how the room is supporting the live host and making sure people are engaging in gifting. Nancy, how are you? Thank you so much for joining my live. We just got the flash goal. Let me know if you have any questions. Didn't I tell you your flash goal got? It's gonna come. Yeah, it's coming. It's here, and it wasn't heart me's, which was great. TikTok has been sending me the heart me's, and so we have been getting that heart me nonstop. How you doing, Kat? Thank you so much for joining. Others who are coming into the room, let me know if you have questions. I appreciate you all coming through. Um, and let me know if there's any questions as I get ready to get started. So, a couple things. So, I was going to recap what we talked about earlier in the 10 o'clock. So, 10 o'clock, this is going to be kind of a to be continued conversation, a part 2 conversation. So, we talked first of all about making sure you know your audience. That was the first step. You want to know who you're talking to, that demographic. You want to know how they think. That's the psychographic and how they feel. And then you want to know what is challenging them, those pain points. So as you know your audience, okay, who you're talking to, and I was just talking to, thank you for the rose. As I was just talking to Luna, she's talking to fellow thrifters or people interested in finding some great thrift finds and what does that mean to get the best deals and use thrifting as a way to do it. Thank you so much, Michelle. Appreciate you. But then on top of that, she wants to make sure that you understand that there are ways you can do it on a budget, but also have these looks finds that you can do. So her audience is both people who are in the thrifting field as well as people who love thrifting. Okay, so that's what she's doing. Thank you. Oh, you look at you brought the planner in the room, and she also does planning. Thank you for that, Luna. Yes. So because of that, you'll see where she's very intentional about doing her search. We've been talking about this. Thank you so much. So she's part of a reseller group. She's part of now she's building her community. She's meeting more people that are interested. Shelly, you changed your name. I see you. Hey, friend, how are you? Thank you for coming in. You changed it to Shelly NP. It's helping so much. Yes. I love it, friend. Thank you for coming in. Um, appreciate. Oh, look at you, level 21 with that. Nice, nice. Coach Chantel, how you doing, friend? And let me put you up here on the spotlight for a little bit. Thank you for coming in, Shelly. We just got the flash goal. If you don't mind supporting, we need 3 more roses. I can't pin it, but we need 3 more roses. TikTok gave us that flash goal for us right now. Thank you so much, Eugene. I appreciate that as well. 2 more roses, 2 more roses. Thank you for the shares. And so your audience is important to know that and name that. Know the keywords. Thank you so much, Title Gift of the Roses. Look at you. And so as you are engaging on this platform, that's important because that's going to be kind of your secret sauce. We got into a conversation earlier too where people was like, "Oh, I'm going to talk to everybody," and I don't disagree with the fact that you want to talk to everybody. The thing is, not everybody want to hear from you. So I know that sounds kind of harsh, but that's the reality of this. Not everybody is for everybody. Okay? So your goal and intent may be to talk to everybody, but the sooner and the um better you are with talking to your audience based on your demographic and naming that and understanding that audience, the better you will be. Okay? So for me, I'm talking to people who want to grow their community, who want to be intentional about supporting their community. I'm talking to people who know the issues that their community is facing. What does that mean for those challenges? Thank you for the follow. Appreciate that. I'm talking to people who are trying to think very intentionally about their target audience. Thank you, Michelle, for the follow. And ultimately, as they're growing, they're going to say, okay, here's the things that you need to be aware of now. So you're going to be able to talk to them in a very direct way because you know that audience. Because honestly, let's be real about it. Your audience is a reflection of you. And I say this all the time. So if your audience is a reflection of you, then you know what you need to hear. You know what you're struggling with. You know what it means to be, whatever your topic is, and how you would talk to that audience about engaging that topic. So I think about Diana Stroke Survivor. She's talking about that from a real life experience. And so she's able to talk to her audience in a very direct way about how she's overcome different things she's had to change, what happened in her experience before and after, having to deal with that health crisis. And so just recognizing that that's important. It's authentic, but it's going to resonate with your audience. Okay, so being intentional in that way is going to be so important. Thank you all. I think we just hit that flash goal. So I was sharing that because I know that that's probably one of the number one struggles that people have when it comes to this. Thank you, Black Lotus. I appreciate that. Thank you, friend. Thank you for that. The map paralysis. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. Um, that is so. That's probably one of the number one issues. Is tap tap tap. Number one issues that people are faced with because they want to talk to everybody, and then because they want to talk to everybody, guess what? Their message is all over the place. Their message is not relevant to the people coming in their room. Their message is often confused and it's random, and they think everyone's going to love them. It's like, let me give you the example because I should have said this earlier. I, everybody thinks that they have the cutest baby. Not everybody has the cutest baby. we gonna be, we all know babies are relatively cute, but not everybody's baby is cute, and only the people who are going to only the people who are going to really, really relate to that baby and say that baby is cute is people who, first of all, love and see that baby all the time and see all the love in that baby's face, and who can understand and appreciate that person and the thing that they're showing you and sharing with you. And so you said Dr. Lisa cares. And so you got to be intentional about who are you talking to so people can appreciate what you're showing them. They can see that, when you, you know, when you are okay. I'm gonna bring it back to the work environment. When you have a coworker that we're gonna go with the baby analogy that just had a baby, and you like that coworker's so nice, and they've been on maternity leave, and they bring their baby to the office for the first time. I've had that happen over the years working in higher ed. Different people will have babies. And you say you say you are giving us real talk. This is a smaller room. I could do real talk today. But the reality is when it comes to your target audience, I gave the example of the coworker. Thank you so much, Shelly. Richie. Give the example of the coworker because at the end of the day, you think their baby is cute and adorable because you're thinking of that person. You know what I'm saying? You can relate to that person. Like, oh, I know she just had this baby. Oh, her baby's so cute. Oh my gosh. You can do that because you have a respect and appreciation for that person and what they've been through. You know, and at the end of the day, maybe their baby is cute. But my point is recognize that at the end of the day, you need to make sure you're being intentional about your target audience. Okay, you got to do that research. You got to make sure you know the keywords. You got to make sure that you've done the research in the content in the search bar. Here's a quick tip. I don't talk about this as much. I'm gonna show you real quick. So, and Luna, I think we talked about this before we got this. So I say do this search all the time because I think it's important. So if you go here to the search bar, let's see. We'll just put in thrift. So I'm gonna use um, thrifting. I'll use that because that popped up. Okay. So when you plug in a word, you can see right now there's people who Yes, we went over it in my 101. Yep. I'm going to show you something here. So I typed in the word thrifting. Okay. So when you go here, you see all the different videos of people thrifting. I want you to pay attention to this. Let me flip my camera so you guys can see. And Luna, I hope I showed you this. I don't know if I did. But I want you to, it says other searches for different words. Vintage thrifting, thrifting home decor, thrifting nearby, thrifting versus styling, thrifting to resell, thrifting haul. Okay? These are other searches. Pay attention to those searches. You're going to pay attention to them. No, we did not review. Did not. I apologize. I should have told you that. Yeah, you said I will. This search was thrifting. That's what this search was. It was just a quick search for thrifting. And all I did was go scroll down. And then what happens is that TikTok will give you other suggested searches. Okay? So plug in your topic. Look at the other suggested searches. Okay? Look at the other suggested searches because that is also keywords and terms you should be using or you could use. This is a search engine. You know, they're trying to be more of a search engine. I think YouTube is a better search engine, but that's neither here nor there. But this is a search engine, okay? And so recognizing that if this is what this platform was intended for, use the keywords that resonate with your topic, that the search engine has that's related to your topic, okay? Hey, Leanne, how are you? And so that's going to be important as you create your title for your live. Hello, hello. As you create the title for your lives, yes, for your, so you know how with these, you could use that for the title for your lives. You could use that verbally where you're talking about different topics. So you might say, you know what, we're going to do vintage thrifting today. This is going to be all about vintage thrifting because that's a search term. Or thrifting home decor. Hey, why don't we talk about thrifting versus styling? Okay. You know what I'm saying? So that's going to be important because the algorithm, first of all, knows that to be a term that people are searching for. It also knows that to be, you know, when I put in that term, guess what popped up? These are people who are going live right now. They're live right now. They're doing, these are shoppable lives. So they're both doing 2 shoppable lives. And something in their wording has thrifting, whether it's their title or in their description, is something that's having thrifting in it. Okay. And then there's content. So these are content pages, and then there's the suggested stuff. Okay. So you could potentially become someone's search because they're searching that right now, and along with those other terms. Thank you. Yes, very common secondhand luxury bag sellers on TikTok. Yes. Okay, that's what those 2 are. Yeah. So that's what they're doing. So they have that as part of their search. So again, recognize that that's something you can make that part of your verbiage, those other suggested search terms, as well as you can search those terms and maybe something that is relevant to you in terms of the content will pop up as well. Hey, Melissa, how are you, friend? Thank you for joining. Thank you all who are coming into the live. I appreciate you. Let me know if you have any questions about that. I can definitely recap if you are interested in me sharing that. So we were talking about, so I was doing a part 2 on the target audience because I think so you guys heard me say this, and I said it also in my my voice chat yesterday. So when I was talking to my voice chat, I said, you know, what I'm learning is that there are several people who are new to the agency. They're going live. People are going live more frequently. And I'm still noting that they are not talking to their audience. You got to make sure your live is relevant and, you know, it's something that your audience is looking to hear from you, and you got to talk to that audience. And so for whatever reason, I mean, there's probably multiple reasons, but for whatever reason, people are still not quite sure who is that audience, who are they talking to. So I kind of felt like that was important. And then the other thing I noted was that several people are wanting to sell their digital products and stuff. And so I'm thinking they're still trying to figure out how to do that. Hey, E-Nurse, a lot of our new reseller friends are getting versus NVs, which is why I'm sending here. Oh, that's thank you for that. I appreciate that. You said they're getting the R's and the V's. Hey, E-Nurse, how are you, friend? Thank you for being here. Appreciate the support. And so I think I wanted to go back to basics a little bit just so that people understand what live streaming is all about, not understanding how to go live. That's it. Yeah, exactly. That seems to be the biggest thing. I'm gonna say a couple things when it comes to going live. Thank you for that, E-Nurse. I appreciate it. One of the biggest thing is turn on your content disclosure, turn on your audience control, especially if you're looking to sell anything, and being careful that you are not saying verbiage that gives the impression you're pushing people off the platform. TikTok does not like that. TikTok wants you to be here and stay here, and you are, expected to build community and grow this platform with your content, but not tell people to go elsewhere. So you got to be careful. You said bingo. Yeah. So you got to be careful and tactful about how you say that. And so when it comes to the whole digital marketing, digital products, people are often trying to figure out the right verbiage to make sure that they don't that they stay in compliance with TikTok and they don't get in trouble. And I think the main thing is I take an approach where you have to kind of lead people towards your solution so that they know exactly where to go. Like for example, when I make the comments that, hey, if you click my photo up here, that's what you're going to click. My photo, my mini profile will pop up. I think you need to take that steps where you're showing them how to get to your solution, but you're not just pointing that out or saying go to this specific page or something like that. So if you point to your profile picture and tell people to click that, then they will end up, once that pops up, sir, you get, say that again. Hey, Belinda, thank you for the follow, friend. Sir, you get. What? Nika, what just happened? Was you got filtered? What happened? I did get my flash goal, if that's what you're asking. I did get my flash goal, and let me know. I did message you, so let me know if you're referring to the message I gave you. I sent you. And once your mini profile pops up, you can tell them to click your photo again. It takes them to your main profile. If any of you guys do it right now, I think my screen slipped around. Anybody in the room, if you do it right now and you click my profile picture, my mini profile is going to pop up. Click my profile picture again. It takes you to my main profile. Okay? Takes you to my main profile. I didn't take you off this app. You still hear me actually. So when you're on my main page, you hear me. You're still in my live. And so when you decide to come back over to my live, you there's an arrow at the top where you can come back into my live, and I'm still here. We're still together. You didn't leave my live. Okay? I didn't direct you out. I didn't direct you to go off the platform. I'm keeping you in TikTok. Okay? So in my profile, you'll see that I have my the web page. I don't say site, I say page. And you can go there and get the information to join the Creator Network Agency. There is a web page for you to click. Okay? So when you do that, you're still you're still in the page, you're still here, you're still connected. So just being intentional about how you talk to people and how you say things. And in that process of me saying that, hello, friends who are joining, I appreciate you all coming through. If you're new to my live, I appreciate everyone joining. Let me know if you have any questions. Coach Vicky, how are you? Coach Vicky AI, couple of locks. She's sacred that, I'm sorry, she should secure that. I'm sorry. Thank you all for coming in. Anybody else? Very cool. You said very cool. I appreciate that, Fred. So again, that's how you talk to tell your audience how to connect. And then if you're really wanting them to see what you have to offer, you could use your back camera. I can always show you guys what's on my screen. New to TikTok, And this is great information. Glad you shows up in my feed. Oh, appreciate that, Melinda. Thank you. Just stopping in to show some love and support. Thank you. Couple of locks. I appreciate that. Thank you for that. Thank you for the daily heart me. I appreciate all the support, friends. So I just want to make sure we were having a digital marketing conversation earlier. So this is part two. I go live at 10 a.m. and 4 p.m. daily. And so this is part two, just talking a little bit more about things you want to do as you're thinking about connecting with your audience. And what I'm noting, thank you for the Fest Pops. What I'm noting is that some of the people in the agency, I am a creative network agency, some of the people in the agency have been trying to figure out how to leverage their live stream for their services they offer or their products they offer. And they've gotten in some trouble with TikTok. Okay, so you got to be intentional about how do you stay in good standing with TikTok, but at the same time, how do you lead people towards your solution so that they can get it. And when I say solution, that really speaks to, you know who you're talking to. Okay, you know your target audience, you know the pain points that they're struggling with, and you create a solution based on those pain points. Okay, that's essentially what you're doing. If you're not doing that and you're saying, "Oh, well, this is the best thing ever. You want to get this, blah blah blah," people are gonna be like, "Hold up, hold up, hold up. That ain't my problem. Like that's not why I'm here. I'm struggling with this other thing. How is that gonna solve it?" That's what you need to know. You need to know the answer to that. Thank you so much, Coach Jesse, for the daily heart me. Because you may think, like I said earlier, you may think you have the best baby in the world. Your baby is the cutest baby. But if your baby isn't relevant and cute to that person in front of you, hey, short stuff, then they're not going to relate. They're not going to agree. They're not going to see this as being something that they want to engage with. Okay? Thank you all for coming in and liking the live. I appreciate you all joining. Let me know if there's any questions along the way. You said my baby actually, your baby is actually cutest. Your baby is cute. But see, I can agree because I've seen the baby. She's talking about her goddaughter. She's talking about a real baby, y'all. You said she is. She is super cute. That's her niece slash god baby, and the baby was super cute, super cute. And but see, you said oh, but I talked about this earlier because again, it kind of goes back to my analogy. You got that coworker you love and adore, and they went on maternity leave, and they came back to the office, and they showing their baby, and that coworker you love and adore them. And now you've seen the baby. You've seen the baby grow in the belly, and now the baby's out, and you're all excited. The baby's super cute because you really don't think that the baby's not cute when the baby right in your face. But your baby was cute. The baby was cute, and you know the coworker, you know the person. You love and adore the person too, and so that makes it even better. And then you trust. You know, like, and trust. Okay. So when people talk about that know, like, and trust, that's important. When you're thinking about coming to this space, hey, Dr. Trish, you are cultivating that know, like, and trust. Okay? And so as you're creating this relationship, you said LYIA. As you're creating this relationship with your community, make sure you're building that know, like, and trust. And make sure that your solution is something that they can resonate with. Okay. Thank you, everybody. I appreciate you all. Nika, was that what you were asking earlier? Did I get my flash goal? I got my flash goal. And if you didn't give your daily heart me, I appreciate it. So I appreciate everybody coming in supporting. Hello, Mrs. Treetop. How you doing? And so it's important that you understand your audience. I know we all want to talk to everybody. Your room is open to everybody, and all the people can come and love and enjoy what you're doing. That's great. People are only going to stay if they really think your room is for them. That's the reality of this conversation. People only connect and resonate with you because they feel like you're the person they want to listen to. They want to connect with. They have time. They want to support. That's why they stay. Okay? So just keep that in mind. Dr. Lisa, TikTok isn't letting me purchase coins. Oh. Why wouldn't TikTok let her purchase coin? Anybody know the answer? Anybody know? don't know why. It's not. That's a good point. I don't know why they would not. Why they would not. Anybody got a quick answer for us? It's not popping in my head why they would not let you purchase coins. I would say go to the website www.tiktok.com/symbol coins coin. Maybe go to the website and log in there and get your coins from there. Yeah, that's the only thing I can think of. It could be your if you're trying to use a bank card. Sometimes your bank has like fraud alert in place, so it could be that too. That happened for my husband. Okay. Do you talk to ourselves on live without people join? So do you talk to ourselves on live until people join? Yes. That is the one. Okay, that is the one. It's not letting me. Oh, so when you went to the website, it might be your bank. It might be your bank. I would say that. I had somebody else tell me that, and it turned out that their bank had like a fraud alert. So if you're using like a bank card or a credit card, it could be like a fraud alert setup. So just be careful with. I verified my bank already. Okay. Yeah, I don't know then. I have no idea. Try to do it in the app then. Nightmare, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. So let's go back. There was a question. It says, do you talk to ourselves until people come and join? Yes. Yes. You are talking, you are tapping, you are welcoming. So people come into my room now. Thank you so much. I appreciate you all coming in. If I missed anybody, I apologize. Let me know that you're here. Put something in the chat. Drop me a hello or hi in the chat so I know you're here. And so with that, yes, you're talking, tapping. What you're doing in the first 2 to 3 minutes, especially in the beginning, you're saying the key words that are relevant. You're welcome, friend. I don't know if I helped you, but maybe try inside the app to recharge. Maybe that's better to do. But I don't know if it's not accepting outside with your bank card. Hi, how you doing, Linnell? Um, and so thank you all for coming in. So you are tapping, talking at the same time. You're saying the keywords that matter for your live stream. So a lot of times people will hold on, TikTok. Give me 1 second. A lot of times people will overlook the fact that the algorithm is listening to what you're saying. So it's trying to figure out what is the live topic about. As you know, they now started having that AI, those AI messages. A lot of times it is, from my experience, and I don't know if other people have seen this, it will almost use what I put as my title. So it's recognizing my title to be part of my topic, especially in the beginning. And if I put a description for my live, so if I did a live event and I made a title and a description, it's kind of using that a little bit to recognize that the topic of this live is all about, fill in the blank topic I use. If I'm talking about my creator network and I use that as my title, it will say that. If I'm talking about Live Fest, the last couple live titles I've used was like Live Fest Chat 101, and it's talking about Live Fest Chat, and it'll have that as a little blurb of what we should be discussing. So just know that the AI is listening to you all the time. And those keywords you're saying matter. I showed you guys, I'm going to show you again. I showed you the keywords from your search. Use some of those words. Um, Night Maria, is that it? Mariah. You said, what are we talking about? We're talking all things going live, friends. So we're talking about digital marketing and how to make sure you're talking to your target audience. Is there an amount of time you should go live? An ideal time limit? Well, that's kind of a loaded question because the first thing I would tell you to do is just make sure you're in the beginning that you're at least going 25 minutes at a minimum, because that's part of the Scale Live rewards. So you want to make sure you're maximizing on any type of live rewards or engagement that you get. So that's going to be important. And then it's your silent co-host. What's my silent co-host? What's that? Let me know. I missed it, Coach Jesse. Yeah. Uh-oh. Yeah, I missed what you're saying, friend. Um, yeah, okay. So when it comes to Scale Live rewards, that's the first thing I would tell you. But then I will tell you, in order for your live to really start to grow and you see people coming and going out of your live, it's going to be important that you start extending how long you go live. You want to get to the point that you're going maybe 90 minutes. I tell you first, I'll say an hour so I can make it reasonable. So first of all, you did a minimum of 25, and then you get to the point where you're doing an hour, and then you're able to go 90 minutes, and then you're able to go 2 hours, and then you're going two. Oh, it's just, oh, you're talking about the AI. Okay, I got you. I was like, what's my silent co-host? It is like a co-host. You're right. It's like your what do you call that person? Your sidekick. So, and so you want to get to the point where you're going at least 2.5, maybe 3 hours. Thank you. I have gone live yet, but challenge myself to do it for the first time soon. Okay. Melinda, I love that. I love that. What's your live topic going to be about? Let's see. And that was me, Belinda. I have to be honest with you. Empowering leaders to lead well with grace, faith, and confidence. I love that, Franny. You got your link tree in there. Um, that was me I told you guys this the other day, didn't I? I said I researched my very first day of going live because in the agency, I can see my first live date. Remember, we had this discussion. I shared the first live dates for many of you. And so my very first go live date on this account where I did my minimum of, those first 3 lives and stuff was December 8th. Yeah, it's coming up. Thank you so much. Appreciate you, Belinda. It's December 8th. So that's my very first go live day. Hey, D. And with that, I did those first 3 lives. You know how you get the first 3 lives out the way. And I actually went to Young Ladies Live in the month of December. You said, wow. Yep. And I went to Young Ladies Live, and she was saying how she went live for 30 days, and it was all this engagement that happened. She really learned the platform. She was sharing all the upsides, the pros and some cons, but the pros of doing it consistently, doing it scared, doing it in a way that she grew. Okay. And because of that, those who are coming in live, thank you so much for joining. And because of that, I was like, you know what? New Year's resolution, January 1st is about to hit. New year, new me. I'm going to start. And literally, that's how this started. This started because of coming to someone's live and engaging in that way and learning like kind of a little bit of things to expect. And and what was helpful is that she planted in my head just to keep going regardless. Okay? Just keep going and just stay committed to being 30 days in. And then 30 days became 60, and then 90 and 120. And I just kept going. Okay. And so thank you so much for the rose. Hey, Coach V. I mean, Queen V. Appreciate you being here. So it just kept going. And then I added 2 days. I mean, 2 times a day. So 10 a.m. and then my 4 p.m. And so just recognizing that that became part of how I wanted to see myself grow here. And then also how I was helping others. Hey, Rose Gold. And you can do that. You can easily do that. Just make that part of your schedule and just stay committed to it, even through the nerves. So helpful. You're welcome. You're welcome. Even through the nerves. So really quickly, I was saying, somebody asked the question earlier about what to just start talking. So I showed Luna, we did this real quick. We did this quick search. Hey, Dr. Duchess. Hello, friend. We did this quick search. And what you can see here, I put in the word thrifting. So we use Luna as an example. I'm going to turn my camera so you guys can see it again. I put in the word thrifting, and I said, you see all the different videos relating to your topic. Reason why I said that is that I said you want to use words that are keywords that TikTok says are searchable, other searchable terms. Where did they go? TikTok said, no, I'm not going to put, oh, here we go. I had to go a little further this time. So it says others search for these terms: vintage, thrifting near me, thrift and home decor, thrifting versus styling, thrifting to resale, thrift store. So those were other search terms. Those are terms that people are searching for. They're searching for thrifting and they're searching for those other search terms. You can put in some other words too and see what pops up as other search terms too. My point is, you want to say the words that people are searching for. Again, this is a search engine. We talk about search engine optimization all the time. So as you're thinking about your topic, as you're thinking about things you should say, maybe even in your content, as you're thinking about that, make sure you're using terms that people search for. Make sure you're saying the things that people search for. Make sure you're writing the things that people are searching for, like in your title, in your description. Okay? Those are ways that you can make sure that you're optimizing both your content and your live stream. Okay. So when people are searching for those terms and TikTok is trying to figure out, didn't realize it applied to lives too. Absolutely. Yeah. Yeah. And I just gave the example like that new AI feature, it will use stuff that's related to your title and your description because it is assuming this live is about that. And then it'll start saying stuff that you said like 5 minutes ago. It'll have it pop up. It's like, oh, yeah, we did talk about that 5 minutes ago. Now we're talking about this topic. But again, it's paying attention to what you're saying. So it is connected to the live as well. And so if you're using search terms or look at the TikTok, the AI said go live tips, digital marketing, ask about keywords, y'all. TikTok. So as y'all can tell, I am not joking. It's talking. It's helping us. It's listening. But literally, that's what it just wrote. Do y'all see stuff? Do y'all see it? He said it'd be on point. Keyword. It did. It said that. It did that just that quick. It said AI go live tips, digital marketing. Ask about keywords. Hey Shane, thank you so much. So yeah, TikTok is yeah, it's listening, y'all. So I don't know if it's good or bad, but hey, it is doing it. So you got to make sure it works for you. Let it work for you and let it understand what you're talking about. And so when you are looking for engagement, you're connecting with your community, you're talking to them about your live stream and your live stream topic. That again, you're being intentional about who you're talking to. That's number one, and what you're talking about. And then ultimately, the third thing is that you're creating a solution that is solving their problem. Okay? Don't create a solution that is not relevant to their problem. Okay? Again, that goes back to if you are thinking about, okay, I'm talking about thrifting in this place, and then all of a sudden I'm giving you information on how to get my ebook that's focused on cooking, my recipe book. Not what they're looking for. That's not what they're looking for. You may have that as a solution or something that you create because you have all these other interests and you're multi-talented and multifaceted. But if that's not what you're talking about and that's not your target audience, then create a solution that's relevant to them. That's going to be most important. So keep that in mind. I appreciate you all. It's interesting. I'm talking about thrifting. Why was somebody named Louis Vuitton co-host? So I was like, maybe they think I'm talking about thrifting. Lux Finds. Makes sense. Exactly, exactly. Um, so let's go back because I was going to take you guys in a couple different directions. So when it comes to your solution, when we talk about a digital product, somebody asked the question earlier about digital products and making sure that you understand how to talk about those without restrictions, without the R's and the V's and stuff, and that's going to be important. I think some of it is going to be a matter of, I don't want to say trial and error, but I do believe it's the way you say things. Okay, you might use the same exact words, but it's how you say it and in the order you say it in. Okay? So you might tell somebody, oh, make sure you also follow the live posts. As opposed to, I ain't gonna say it as forcefully, but if you say it wrong, TikTok will be like, oh, they ain't gotta follow you. you know so just recognize that the way you say things, like, you'll have people who are in those grow rooms and they're talking very passionately and they're trying to get people to engage and they're doing all the things, and they say something that sounds like, okay, I'm ordering you, I'm directing you, you have to do this. TikTok's like, no, it's not that type of room. They have a choice. They can engage, they cannot engage, they can do all the things, or not. And so it's up to the viewers to do those things. So you can't use it as a manipulation. You can't manipulate them into doing things. So what I do is I teach people. I teach you. Now it's up to you if you choose to listen. It's up to you if you choose to engage. How you doing, Deb? It's up to you if you choose to take some of these suggestions and use them and apply them in your live stream or in you as a viewer, so that you can in turn show and share with your viewers when you go live. But TikTok says, ultimately you can't make sure that you're not do any of the follow for follow, any of the manipulations, any of that you can't do. So you got to be careful on how you say things, okay? Hello, happy holiday, friend. Happy holiday. Happy Thanksgiving. I hope everybody had a wonderful Thanksgiving with family and friends. And so you want to be intentional about how you are helping your audience to engage, okay? Thank you so much, Belinda. Thank you for that daily heart me as well, Deb. Yes, indeed. Yeah. So if you are new to my live, let me know, especially my newbies, because I want to make sure we talk for a little bit. And those who are not live yet, um, we're going to talk a little bit about that. Hey, coach. Appreciate you. We're going to talk a little bit about engagement because I want you guys to make sure that you understand what does everything mean as you're preparing to go live, but also we talk about it because people oftentimes come back to me and say, well, my community is not engaging. They're not tapping the screen. They're not sharing out my live. They're not chatting in the chat. I can't get people to engage. And so you gotta make sure you help them understand how their engagement matters. Okay? Because a lot of times people are not paying attention to the blue boxes that they have, or if they are going to be a part of your community and become a fan club member. So I teach that as well. So you want to make sure you understand what that means. And then as a live host, you can see how people, what level people are. And ultimately, because of that information, you can determine, okay, do they know? Maybe they don't even know. Thank you for the follow, friend. Maybe they don't even know or understand that their those badges are important and people notice or know what does that mean for those people level of engagement, because maybe they don't even know. Okay, so keep that in mind. Let me go back to the digital marketing conversation real quick. I want to close the loop on that. So when it comes to how you talk about your products, like I said, first thing is you got to know your audience, you got to know your topic, and then you have to have the solution. So how you talk about your products or services matters. So we talked a little bit earlier about adding um, your web page in your bio or whatever place you want to have them go to. If it's a beacon or a stand, you can do that. You can say those names. I mean, sometimes people will spell them out, but you can say them. I would say just make sure you have a board up or maybe even your content disclosure turned on. If you have a board up, your content disclosure is automatically turned on. But when you're telling people, Stan obviously is a person's name, but when you're telling people about your services and stuff, make sure you don't say the website because that could get you in trouble. But also make sure that you're very intentional about how you um, are talking about it so that it doesn't sound like you're leading people off the web page, off the app. Okay, so you want to be careful about not leading people off the app, that you're here, but you can show people. Okay, and I would be careful in terms of what you show them. So if you want to show them your web page, you can do that, and you can turn your camera around and show it to them very clearly. So like if I went to, let's see, um, I don't have anything open right now. Let me see. Okay, over here. So, and so if I was to show you, I can do this. I can go to my three dots and flip my camera, and so you guys are seeing in real time. Like I may show that, and I'm showing my ChatGPT guide, and I'll show that and show people it, and I'll talk through that. So that's something you can do. And then you can kind of scroll up and show different parts of it and just let people know what you have to offer, and then you can go through the pages. So that's something you can do. You can always showcase what you have going on. You have another device and just kind of walk them through what's there. And that's a good way to do it. Not that you're saying, oh, well, here's where you would go necessarily, but you're walking them through what your resources are. Okay. Be careful. How you doing, friends? Thank you so much for joining. Was it Dijana? Thank you so much for being here. Um, and so you can show people how to get to your information. Thank you for the daily heart me. Um, However, just be careful about what you say. Don't say, okay, here's where you would go to purchase or buy or anything like that, because again, you got to be careful about that. But you can say, okay, if you're interested in any of this, this is the webpage. Let me know if you have any questions. Here's the solution that we have available, and it'll be available for the next, couple hours at this introductory rate. So people understand that, okay, this is the solution and this how you can get it. Um, and obviously how much it would cost and stuff. So you want to be intentional about showing them that solution. I think that's important as you walk people through your process. Thank you so much, friends, coming in. However, you got to be careful about how you say things and what you're sharing on this app, because TikTok's very particular about, again, leading people off the app. Okay. Um, TikTok said, go live tips, ask about digital marketing. So TikTok is listening. Like you said, Coach Jesse, that's my co-host. My co-host is in the room. But it's listening. Thank you so much, Nika. I appreciate your friend. Thank you all for supporting. I appreciate you all supporting my live goal. My live goal is set a little higher. Only reason why I did this, and I'll be honest with you, um, TikTok, because I'm in B League now, um, it seems as if when I do my 4 o'clock live, the engagement in my 4 o'clock live, especially with Live Fest happening right now, and people are going live more often, it's not putting me in the safe zone. And I can explain leagues if that's something you need me to talk about, but it's not putting me in a safe zone long enough. So I'm trying to decide if I'm gonna have to go live again later today. So I'm hopeful that I can stay and not have to use a shield, because I know at some point I'm gonna have to use a shield, but my goal is not to have to use it too soon. So that's what's happening there. I just always want to be transparent about that, and as I'm still trying to adjust to this new big league way of engagement. Um, Thank you so much for the shares. I appreciate the support, friends. Um, so the other thing I wanted to say about your, hold on one second, Nika, how many shields do you have? I think I have to look. I think I have two or three. I think it might be, ooh, one. I thought it was more than that. Lord, I thought I had more. Lord, when did I lose use a shield? TikTok said, yes, ma'am. Um, Use newbies won't be in categories live, right? You said us newbies won't be in a category live, right? What does that mean, a category? Are you talking about for leagues? Are you referring to leagues? Let me know what you meant by that. Let me know if that's what you meant. Everybody's in a league. So you start off in, everybody starts in D5. So we all start off in D5. Yes, elite. You meant you if you're talking about leagues, the D5 is the first category, the first league. And it goes from D5, D4, 3, 2, 1, and then it goes to C. So it's D first, D is in dog, C is in cat, B is in boy, A is in apple. And the A league only has 3, 2, 1. They don't have the 5 and 4. So yeah. How do you find out how many shields you need? How many shields you need? Is that shields? Hello, friends. How you doing? Come on in. The shields come when you league up. Okay, I spelled it wrong. Yes. You were talking about leagues, weren't you? You said elite, but I think you meant leagues. Yeah, yeah. So you start off at 5, D5, and you kind of move up. When it comes to shields come with you when you league up. So when I went from D C1 to B5, I got a shield. When I went from B5 to B4, I should have gotten a shield. I don't know if I did. That's why I said I didn't know if it was 3 or 2. And then when I went from B4 to B3, I should have gotten a shield. I don't know if I got a shield for that one either. I think the B3 just happened this week, so a shield probably will happen when we start the new week. So on midnight on Monday, midnight on Sunday rather. So that's probably when I would get it. So I don't know when I lost a shield, to be honest with you. I don't recall that. So the shields are just that. It kind of is like a placeholder and a protector for you. So if you drop down, so I'm not sure what happened. League, my bad. Okay, yes. So leagues are TikTok's way. If anything, I say if you are treating if you're treating, you said I'm still learning. That's totally fine, friend. So if you're treating your live as if it is essentially your business, because this is a way that you market and brand yourself. Okay. So when we talk about digital marketing, so think about digital marketing. Hello, Jake. How are you? When you think about digital marketing as an umbrella term, digital marketing is an umbrella for anything you do digitally is digital marketing. So if you're a content creator, you're engaging in digital marketing. So all of y'all who post content, post videos and stuff here on TikTok or on some of the other platforms, you are doing digital marketing. You are a content creator. Anyone who is live streaming, all the people in the agency that live streaming, you are a live streamer. You are engaging in digital marketing. You are showing yourself, branding yourself, marketing yourself, your services, your brand to your community in the context of digital marketing. So I say that because when you think about this platform, you want to make sure that you know that when you're thinking about the shields, the leagues, all that stuff, that you are showing up. And TikTok is expecting for you to show up and engage and build community. And technically, they expect for you to show up daily. So when I told you guys earlier, I said, don't worry about that stuff. That stuff right there, that becomes messy. That murks up your mind in terms of what you have to do and how committed you have to be to this process if you really want to see yourself grow. I do think you need to pay attention to that. But I think it takes you to get a community first. Hey, Keisha, building your community, building your understanding the platform, understanding your topic, creating your solution, and doing that first and foremost. And then you can really think about, okay, here's some different things I need to do in terms of my growth strategy. Okay. Let me catch up on a few comments. I apologize. I might have missed a few comments. Thank you so much for coming in. If I missed you for any reason, feel free to say hello. Hello, stranger. Hope all is well and the family is doing fine. Keisha, I'm doing great. Thank you for asking. How have you been, friend? I appreciate you coming through. Um, thank you so much. Um, and you said it's a whole game with lots of twists and turns like Candyland. Oh my lord. Are you talking about you talking about TikTok, ain't you? It is, Leanne. It is. Hold on one second. Deb, you got filtered. It is. I watched your live. Oh, the that's the new feature. That's the new feature TikTok has for fan club members. So if you're a fan club member, click the fan club and you can send out different messages. I think that's pretty cool. Thank you. It is. It is. It. I agree with it. I agree with you what you're saying, Leanne and Nika Grace. I do agree. It is a lot of twists and turns. This is not like the other platforms, okay? Because it changes all the time. It does change quite a bit. It does. It does evolve. Some of it for the better. Some of it is like, ooh, they should have kept that old way. Um. So, but it's their own way of making sure they keep you all engaging and guessing and connecting. Not all like anything else. It's not at all. It's not. How you doing, friend? It's going live at night only beneficial if you start the live before midnight. Does it not help if you start at say 3 a.m.? So the logic of starting now that the time has changed for I'm in Florida. So when it comes to we were just talking about the leagues and that transition over to the new day, it happens at 11. So it's 11 p.m. Eastern that it changes. I don't know if they're going to put it back to noon. I don't know what's going on. It's been like that for all of November since we just had the time clocks go back. And so, um, because of that, there is something to be said about paying attention to your league, where you're at. It's a daily ranking, so you can see how you're moving across that timeline. And if you are in a point of where you might lose, these little princess cut diamond like things are called fragments. If you're in the risk of losing this little fragment piece here, you may want to go live before 11 o'clock so that you can still be on the previous day and or on the current day rather, and use that to get engagement in your live stream so that you are not going to be in that trouble zone. And when you start at 11:01, your day is going to start over, but at least not have it at a negative deficit. You're now in the positive, ideally. It's 11 p.m. now, so I would suggest go live prior to 11. Yep, that's what I was just explaining. So Miss Treetop and I on the same page. Oh, okay. Thank you so much. I know for a new person, what I just said didn't make no sense. That's why I said don't worry about leagues right now. But honestly, that's the benefit. So to answer your question, the benefit would be if you paid attention. You said nope, it didn't make no sense. The benefit would be if you were to look at that timing to go still on the current day, not midnight because that's the next day, but to stay to pay attention to the league piece if that's something you wanted to do, and you would go live maybe doing the 10 o'clock hour. Okay, if you really were trying to plan it accordingly. Go live during a 10 o'clock hour. Make sure there's some engagement in your live and that you essentially will be able to progress to, you'll be able to start the new day not in a deficit, that you're actually ahead. So that's the main goal. So then your question is, okay, Doc, aside from leaks, what time should I go live if I want to go live in the middle of the night? I think at that point, I think it would go back to know your audience, who you're talking to. TikTok does have an after dark scene. So just know who's around at that time. And if that is your audience, that's fine. And realize people come from all over the world. So your time zone may be one time zone, but you got people on the West Coast or the East Coast or Midwest or whatever, mountain time, or in another country. And they're live and engaging with you because they're up. Okay? So just know it just really does depend on your audience. And if you're going to be out and about during the nighttime, again, know who's up around that time. If you're already live, does it count them separately? If you're already live, does it count what separately? Count them separately. It's 2 different days. Yeah, 2 different days. You see how you see the clock here? You see the clock here? It says 5 hours, 5.5 hours are essentially left before the new day starts. When you're already live, you can put the sticker up. You have to, I think you have to replace the sticker. The sticker might update real time now that I think about it. It'll go back to 23 hours. It'll go back to a new day. Yeah. So you'll see a change. Um, how can you tell if it threatened to lose your league? How can you tell if you're threatened to lose your league? Um, Let me show you guys. Let me show you. I'll show you on my other account. We'll look at leaks from my other account so you guys can see it. Because you can click it here and see, but I'm going to show a visual for you all. Okay. Hey, Doc, I'm finally went live today for the first time ever. Thanks for the encouragement. Thank you for sharing Ocean Summer. So what's your topic? What did you talk about? Let's see. You don't have a bio. What did you talk about? Yes, it gets a little dicey after midnight. Yes, it do. You said crazy people because I was on at 2 to 3 a.m. It was, you said it was crazy. The freaks come out at night. I heard that. What is your creator network agency? Give me a second, Belinda. I will give you the whole rundown. You said baby steps. Baby steps. I love it. We'll definitely work on the bio so you have that up and running, and it'll help to optimize your profile and help TikTok with knowing who you are and what you're about. And also when it's time to categorize you for content. We talked about that earlier when you do the searching on the home screen. You want to make sure your content and your live topics, that content align. So it's stuff people are searching for. He said, yes, it does. It updates when I went on around 10 a.m. and came off really late. Yep. Okay, you're talking about the time updates in real time. Yep. I talked about cooking Italian cuisine. Oh, nice, nice. So you're a chef. Well, are you a home cook? I think that's probably the right word terminology. A home cook, or are you actually a chef? Let us know. Awesome. Okay, have a good evening, everyone, and thanks. You're welcome, Queen V. Appreciate you, friend. So let me show you real quick. Um, and then I'll talk about the Creator Network Agency. As you can tell, Belinda, many of the people in the room are part of the agency. They are in the agency. Hello, Seb. How you, friend? How you doing, friend? Let's see. Coach Evie, how are you as well? Um, Linnell, you're talking to Nika. Hold on. TikTok filtered some comments. Um, TikTok after dark. Yeah, TikTok doesn't believe in the made up daylight. The made up daylight saving time. I know. You said Nika Grace didn't come through. What Nika Grace? What you mean by that, Linnell? Thank you so much. Okay, so look here. Let me go to my other page. Let's see. Okay, so I'm gonna go on this account, and then I am gonna turn my camera off. So let's see. Flip my camera. Okay, so we're here. Okay, all right. And then we're gonna talk about leads. Oh, she's tapping something, but it's not showing. Oh, okay. Um, yeah, I think that was a filter comment. Yeah, that's what it was. It's a filter comment. So I think I unfiltered it just now. Okay, so no little guy. My little guy, I told y'all I'm ready for school to start back, y'all. Okay, go you find your daddy. Close my door. Thank you. I know. Close the door if I call daddy. 1, 2. Appreciate you. Cameron, go downstairs, please. All right. Give me 1 second, y'all. I'm gonna show y'all. Okay, so here, I'm gonna go live here. I'm gonna go live. And we have 3, 2, 1. And then I'm gonna click here so you guys can see the daily ranking. We're gonna click that. And so when you click it, okay, wait a minute, what's a popular live one? Okay, so it says right here, it says league. And so this says D3 for this account. You can click here. This is where I added that sticker. Let me go back so y'all can see that. Oh, crap. You see where I set the sticker here? The sticker that you guys see here is that sticker. Okay? You see it here. And then if I click it, that's the timeline I'm talking about. And along this timeline, it talks about your fragments. These are little fragments here. So give me 1 second. Let me make sure my husband know he up here because he doesn't know clearly. I'll be right back. I'm gonna pause it. Oh, little, you hear me? Don't feel sorry for him. Let me come back. He hasn't taken a nap either, so let me pause. I'll be right back. Jerry Cameron's up here downstairs right now. Now, I'm not gonna play with you, Uno, if you don't listen. And don't you come back up here. Hey, Jerry, where's your father? Go sit on that sofa right now. Okay. Hello. Y'all heard me yelling. All right, y'all. Sometimes you just need your mama. Whatever. Nigga, don't feel sorry for him. He been with us all week, y'all. The schools have been closed. He said, no, y'all didn't. I think the YouTube people heard me. I mute the YouTube people. He said, I feel bad for him. Don't feel bad for him. You said, let Cam come teach. The YouTube people are like, oh. She yelled at him to go back down the stairs. So don't feel sorry, y'all. Whole week the school's been closed, okay? So he go back on Monday. This is Saturday. It's time. It's time. All respect to elementary school teachers. He's kindergarten, so it's time. No, he can hear him. Yes, he knows. He knows. It's like, oh, let me get the people to feel bad for me. Mama, mama. He don't even talk that way. He was milking it. He was. So anyway, don't feel sorry for him. He all right. He is fine. My husband My husband was in the garage too, so he is sleepy. He really is sleepy, to be honest with you. He definitely knew. Somebody was talking about mama. And y'all heard it too. Like, oh, I feel sorry for the baby. He is a little actor, very much a little actor. So, yes. Anyway, this is Saturday, so we got 2 more days, y'all, or at least one more day, one good strong day. So, I gotta endure. Lord, we gonna be up early. He gonna be one of the first kids at the school on Monday morning. He said TikTok heard it too. They feel bad for him. TikTok gonna share my live down. They're like, go take care of your child. Go take care of that child. Anyway. All right, so okay, so here's the league. So a couple things I want you to realize when it gets to this point, you see the little fragments. You'll see um, along here. These are fragments, and so right here it says you're in the D League. You're safe. You're gonna notice in the C League and in the B League that +0 where you're fine turns into a -0. If you guys click mine, that 99% is a negative. It ain't positive no more. Okay? It pops up. You see, I'm sorry, it says a minus 1. It says a -1 in 99%. So now you're losing. That's what happens. So it gets a little harder. The D League is lovely, but we don't stay there long enough. TikTok's like, okay, you moving along, you progressing quite quickly, and so you end up getting out of D League pretty quick. To be honest with you, I mean, it depends on how often you go live and what your live schedule is and what's happening in your live, but you will move a little faster throughout the D League, especially if your room is rooming and things are growing for you. That's good. C League, I would almost encourage you to kind of take advantage of being in the C League. Maybe that's when you kind of sit a little bit, kind of build your community. If you're still trying to figure out, how to get more engagement. You said D League is sure is lovely. It is. It is. And take advantage of the time you're in the D League. That's why I said don't rush the process if you don't have to. Spend that first 30 days getting used to the platform, getting used to what's going on here, getting engagement, getting some fan club members. That's what that's about. Build up that community. Hey, Janine, build up that community first. And then when you get in the C League, I'm going to tell you, things start to change because your gift gallery changes. These fragments are spread out a little differently too. Things change a little bit. So just being mindful of that. Um, so now with this timeline is what we're talking about. It looks different if you, like I said, if you look and click mine up here, it looks different. Thank you so much for the puffs. I appreciate you. You said I'm scared. It looks different. This is the D League gallery. So it looks different if you look at your own galleries. You guys can look at your own galleries. So my live host in the room, look at your galleries. Thank you for the heart puffs. C League has me checking every day. I know. And now this B League got me checking. I never talked about leagues as much as I've done in the last it feels like the last 30 days, but it might even be more than that. Like October, November has been nothing but it feels like league conversations. but it is something you guys want to be aware of. So each person you do have a you can see your league in your gift gallery. While you're in the live, it is when you click your profile, you should see your gift gallery, and in your gift gallery, you click your league, whether it's a gift gallery for C or D gift gallery, whatever the number is. Click that number, and it'll show your information surrounding where you're at. It'll show this information. It'll show your D. Okay, so you all can see that while you're in this live. Your own gift gallery, your own league. You can get to this page. Okay, for yourself. So I think it's helpful to look at it. Leanne, when you alerted me when we were in Mika's live last night, I had looked at mine probably an hour before that. because that was around it was during the 9 o'clock hour, or maybe early 10 o'clock hour. It might have been early 10 o'clock hour, late 9 o'clock, like 9:45 to 10:15. I can't remember what time, but essentially, I had looked at it maybe during the 8 o'clock hour, and it wasn't in the um, the -1 zone yet. It wasn't there, so I was like, oh, okay, I'm good. And I did intend to look at it in Nika's, and when you alerted me, I was like, oh gosh, I'm not good. so so it's something I'm paying attention to. I wasn't aware that I was down. Well, maybe I didn't receive my other shield yet. Maybe that's probably one thing, but I didn't realize I was down a shield. I thought I was maybe upwards of 2 to 3. So anyway, so now I'm at 1. So I really do need to pay attention to it now. Else it's going to drop back. So when you're paying attention to these +1, +2 fragments there, that's what those are called. And it'll tell you really clearly here. You see that? It says 232 more diamonds needed to make the top 20% and get 1 fragment. So you're looking to get 1 fragment, and essentially you need 232 diamonds. That is equivalent to, you know, 2 hand hearts and some 32 roses or so. So it really is as simple as people sending gifts like that. So you want to pay attention to that and take a, hopefully, encourage your community to support you so that you can move through your needs. Okay. Hold on one second. That's just to get 1 fragment. Wow. Yep. And it, you have a kindergarten at home. Yes, I have a kindergarten at home. How you doing, Willow? I have a kindergarten. He's the baby. He's our change of life baby. We weren't supposed to have no more kids. Um, but he was our COVID baby too, so he came during COVID time. And then my older ones, I'm a mom and a bonus mom. So my husband and I are both former marriages. So I came to the marriage with a daughter who's 20, and he came to the marriage with 2 sons who's 20 and 21. So those are the college kids, and then we had the 5-year-old together. We had our baby together. So, yeah, that's our story. Thank you so much. Oh, look at you, Janine. I've joined a fan club 200 days ago. Look at you. Thank you for that daily heart me as well. Appreciate it, friend. Hey, Jennifer. Yes. So let me see. Did I miss another comment? I think I'm good. Oh no, okay, I see Leanne. I did miss your comment. Set your alarm daily, 10 p.m. and then and then you time it to go live. Acceptance. I know it is. It's acceptance. Accept where you're at. I agree with that. That's true. Is that a new campaign? What's a new campaign? What you mean? Janine, what you mean by a new campaign? The league is what we're talking about here. We're talking about the leagues. That's what we're talking about. Let me know if that's what you're referring to. So the league is just that. It's the league. So we're not talking about a new campaign right now. The campaign that's going on right now is round 2 of Live Fest. That's the campaign that a lot of people are still doing. People who progressed are doing. So yeah. So if you pay attention to this in the D League, because that's what this is. In the D League, you have these 3 fragments to get. You also have 3 fragments in the C League. It is a total of 7 fragments in the B and A League. So it's harder. It's harder. Yeah. Let me take that back. Yeah. Yeah, 3 and 3 for the A and C League. And then there's 7 in the B and A League. Thank you so much for coming through, friends. So let me know. So you said okay. She was talking about here the sticker. Is that what you're talking about? This is not new. I don't think people were using it. This is something. Well, let me take that back. I think it got noticed and got some video content probably around August. Did I see your other comment? No, I don't. Then after that, you have to maintain it. Yes, you do. You do. The 200 days. Oh, the fan club. Yes, that is new. That is new. That's part of the fan club. Has a couple new features that rolled out recently. Yeah, so that is new. I'm sorry about that, Janine. I apologize. I'm still was on the lead conversation. It's 4 fragments in sea lead. When you look at the description, what you're seeing, let's see, I thought it was 4, but the way they have it listed, Mrs. Treetop, that's a negative. The last one is negative. Negative, positive, positive. So it ends up being 3. Unless you see something I don't see. Maybe they changed it because I don't see the sea leak anymore. So you do need a certain number per week to maintain, or you're always chasing. Yes, 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 yeah. A certain number per week, per day. We're talking about daily. These are daily. A certain number per week, or you're always chasing. No, we're talking about daily. This is part of your daily engagement. Okay, when I look at my league, it says I need 2 fragments, and I already have 2. Um, well, where's it at on the timeline though? You said, can I check yours? Let me see. I can check yours. Let's see what it say. Let me see if it'll show yours here. So there's a total of 3, but it says 4784 more diamonds needed to make the top 10% and get 2 fragments. You'll get 2 fragments if you get to the top 10%. That's what it's saying. You're already in an area where you got 1. You're in the 20%, 18% right now. But if you get 4,700, almost 4,800 more diamonds, you'll get into the top 10% and get 2 additional more fragments. Now, do you need those 2 to move up to C3? It'll bring you into C3 with an additional fragment. And then what? And then what for what, Miss Treetop? Oh, was that C1? I'm sorry. What was I just looking at? I thought I said, maybe I said C. I thought I said C4. Oh, C2. It says C2, my bad. So it says C2, and then you'll move up to C1. Okay, gotcha. Okay. Yeah, so Miss Treetop, yeah, it'll get you to C1, friend. How many do you need per day? It's based on what league you're in. You're in the D league. So for example, I already got 1. To end the day, I need to be in, well, in this case, I don't want to be in 99, but I could be. The D League is obviously much easier to navigate before it decides to start pushing you back too far. But if you are in the top 20%, you get a fragment. So if you end the day in the top 20%, you'll get a fragment up here for the next day. If you're in the top 10%, you'll get 2 fragments. And then I would potentially league up in that way. I'm sorry, no, I would still be in D3, but I would have a total of 3 fragments here. So I think that's what will happen. You said, and then what? Let's see. You said I'm C5. Oh, did you make C5? Oh, wow. I was never king on math. I know, friend. It's confusing, though, because I don't like... Hello, 3X. How are you, friend? 3X Elevate. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for the... love you so much as well. So it's hard to understand, too, because here's what happens. You said, I'm confused. So how many do you need per day? It's based on where you're landing on here. So if you're in the C League, you have 3 fragments to earn. So 3. 3, to answer your question. So it's really based on where you end the day, though. How can I count how many diamonds I need? Now, okay, no, I have to count how many. Now you have to count how many diamonds you need. Yeah, I mean, you got to pay attention to this. This one says 20K. Good Lord. just to get one fragment. So yeah, that's a lot. Um, when it comes to the leagues, that's why I said you gotta know your community, know your room, know people's under capacity to support, and then as the day goes on, Nika, so that number right now changes. So as the day goes on, and that's the reality of this, other people are going live right now. Other people are engaging. We got live that's happening. Um, that's for lions. I know that's for lions. I know it is. Um, and other people are engaging. So then TikTok is like, okay, as time goes on throughout that 24-hour clock, you'll see how that number, those diamonds increase. And you need more and more and more to be able to league up and get a fragment. Okay. So yeah, you definitely want, you said four, four lions. Is that what that is? I watch others more than I watch mine. It's fascinating. It is. So so as you're paying attention in that, I say make sure you know your community. There are other things you can do. I mean, obviously the battling does help because that'll give you a little bit more of a boost to hopefully get more diamonds in that 5 minutes than what you normally would get. So people do integrate battling quite a bit into their live streams. They think about doing that daily sometimes. So that way they're managing that, especially when you get into the upper A leagues and stuff like that. Big league people do it too, but as time goes on, you'll figure out what strategy makes sense for your community. How you doing, Muku? But what I will say though is it's important for you to think about your community in a way that if you're gonna move and grow that quickly. Hello, friend. Thank you for the love you so much. I appreciate it. Exotic soaps and more. Appreciate it, friend. Um, as you're looking at growing your community, think about how your community will engage in your live stream and who is all in your room so that they can in turn support as well. Hello, friends. Thank you so much. Let me end this live. I'm over here. I'm just over here. Let me end this live. I got people coming to my live. They're like, hey, what's going on? uh, all right, friends. Let me know if there's any other questions about leagues. I know we went into the league conversation, and that's kind of an advanced conversation, especially when it comes to um, first of all, understanding the leagues, but then also staying in the leagues. And so, because timing matters, because I go live at two times a day, the 10 a.m. and the 4 p.m., my 10 a.m. may do really, really well, and it's a great live stream. Come back, and my 4 p.m. is maybe not as much gifting and stuff that happens. And then throughout that time, the timeline that I just showed you has pushed back closer to the 99%. Now, here's what happens because for me, I have to stay in the 70% for it to not go into a negative. Because the B League says, okay, under 70%, you're going to lose. I'm going to lose that little fragment there. Okay. So then it's like, okay, to get that fragment, to gain it, is going to be twice as hard. Twice as hard. It's like here. Because to gain a fragment, I have to be at 20%. Yeah. TikTok don't make it easy. Okay. So you almost don't want to lose because you got to work even harder, the 20K harder, to get to that 20% and gain a new fragment. Does that make sense? And then throughout the day, it's pushing back even more. It's inching towards that 70%. And if it drops below that, then now it's like, oh, wow. And it'll do kind of like yesterday when I came on live, it's like 75%. So I was negative, I was under. Thank you for that. Appreciate that. What was that? The stage. Appreciate your friend. Thank you for supporting. Appreciate your friend. Thank you for that. And so it was like a 74%, which meant at the time I checked when Leanne had checked, trying to help you. I know you are. I appreciate you so much. You said you ain't gotta come back later. Take care of that baby. He'll be fine. He will be fine. He's gonna sit there and listen to me go live on the voice chat. So that's what he was. Well, actually, when I did the voice chat, he had just went to bed. So when I went did it, so that'll probably happen again. He'll be in the bed by the time I do the voice chat. Um, so let's see. Um, so the other thing about that is that the day is moving on. That will creep up. When it was at 74%, it got to about 100. Thank you, Mrs. Treetop. Appreciate you. Y'all so sweet. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. I'm gonna have to see like where am I at. So now, so I know. I appreciate y'all. That's great. I appreciate y'all. That I don't know. I'm hopeful that helps. I'm hopeful. Now I gotta pay attention. I'm gonna have to do what Leanne said. I'm gonna set an alarm. So I'm gonna set an alarm and pay attention because I do plan on being in these streets. Um, but I'm gonna pay attention and see what I have to do to support. You said Candyland. I love it. I know that is cute. It was cute. Yes, even harder when when you have to work. That helped. Yes, I think it did. I think it did. It's 18.4 K now. Yeah. I think so. It's at 50%. We'll see. I have to look. Thank you so much for the daily heart me. I have to look and see. I'm gonna pay attention because if that's 50%, where does it fall to by the time we get to midnight? I mean, by the time we get to I'm gonna say 10 o'clock, 10:30, because that's gonna let me know. Um, let's see. Okay. I don't know what that means, Meager. He said, hey, how are you, friend? Um, yeah, I don't know what that means. Meaner, um, creator. What do you mean by that? What does that mean, friend? It's still early, I know. And you know the thing about it, can you help me go live? I can help you. I can help you understand the live process. Let me know. What question do you have, friend? This is why you have to educate the community. You have on how to keep you from sliding down. Yes, you're right. You're right, Mrs. Treetop. You say closed mouths don't get fed. You said you educate them. Tell them. I can hear you saying it. You gotta let them know. You said trying to get 150. I can do it. Yes, you can do it, friend. Okay, so here's a couple things. Look, you said I did it yesterday. I know you did. Mrs. And about that, you said, and about their ashy hearts. Yes, Miss Treetop will tell you if you don't have a heart and you got an ashy heart, I need someone. I heard someone say that you can co host. How does that work? Oh, Carolyn, yes. So when you go live, you have to do those first three lives to get, I think maybe the first two lives. And then the third one, you can do it with a co host. So you got to get live access, go live, do live by yourself, maybe do two lives by yourself. And then there's an interlocking ring. It looks like two infinity rings. And well, it looks like an infinity ring. You click that, and then it in turn will let you invite a friend to co-host with you. So that's where you would go. My friend Grave let me know. Um, you have 72. You don't have a blue box. So I'm going to talk about the blue box. You want to make sure you are engaging, and you can get live access pretty easily. Typically, people will get it at 50 followers, so you might want to check and see if you have it already. The C League keeps me sliding like oil. I heard that. It's hard. The C League gets challenging because again, and then the gift gallery coupled with the leagues. Oh my gosh, the gift gallery with those crazy DJ glasses. All that is it's just annoying. I can't go live. I try, please. Well, first of all, are you able to access the verification? You haven't got live access yet. You don't have a blue box. So TikTok doesn't see you as an engager. Your level is 0. So we'll talk about that. Give me a second. But if you don't have live access, I would say get a blue box. That means that you're going to have to send a rose, a gift, so that TikTok sees you as an engaged person in a live stream, and you might get it sooner. The other thing is you're going to be 18 years and older, and you also want to make sure you have content that you've done, at least one post, something on your page to make sure that you are accessing live or getting live access rather. Um, Thank you all. I appreciate the support. Thank you for the Fest Pops. I did that yesterday. I co-host last night for 3.5 hours and it helped me a lot. Wow. Who did you co-host with? Hello. How you doing, Layer Lady, how are you, friend? Thank you so much. I appreciate you coming through. Um, who did you co-host with? That's awesome. That's a great way to do it. Corvetta, thank you so much, friends. Thank you for the roses. I appreciate everybody coming through. Bloom, how you doing, friend? Appreciate the support as well. Someone in my extended community. Okay, perfect, perfect. That's good. You did good. Did I tell you guys earlier? So I was going to praise a few of you. Let me say this out loud. There are a few of you who need to be recognized. We'll meet as an agency tomorrow. We'll still do the meeting. I'm going to try to gear it towards our newbies. So I have a couple things I'll talk about, but I know my newbies are still like trying to get acclimated. And because we have people who have been with us since the beginning, they're starting to get their rhythm and starting to get things going. Thank you so much, Bloom. I appreciate that. Um, we're seeing progress. We're seeing a lot of progress. Okay. So I just want to shout out a few people just in terms of, I think, people who are hitting different milestones. So we've had multiple people in this month that are hit the 50K diamond milestone. There's quite a few of y'all who are in the 50K and above. Um, it is Tina, hold on one second. I have my numbers up. Let me see. People were at close to 50. A few that are like right on the nose, like in a couple days. All they have to do is go live one or two times more. Is I am Yolanda, Diana, the stroke survivor, and then people who are over 50K is E Nurse, Flourish, Tina, um, um, uh, Dr. Trish, and Black Lotus, um, Natty Nat, Coach Chantel. We have Queen Sean, and then Nika Grace hit 100K. Nika Grace hit 100K. And then Mrs. Treetop hit 200K. She hit 200K. The original Aborigine, she and Kim, they're already over, but they had hit that 100K milestone previously. So they're over, and then we got Wellness Girl and Hallicue. Hallicue hit 200K over the first time too. So I just want to shout that out. Hallicue hit it too. So my point of saying that is, I don't know if y'all talking about y'all growth, but there's been a lot of growth this month. I want y'all to look at your numbers. You are monetizing. You're growing. I know you might be putting stuff out. You're putting stuff in, you're taking stuff out and you put it in. Okay. But the reality is you're growing. Okay. So that's the beauty of this. You are growing. Whether you recognize it, if it's incremental growth, it is still growth. Okay. So I want you guys to recognize that and just acknowledge where you were and how you've grown since then. Okay. Thank you so much. Level up, level up. I love it. So just keep that in mind, y'all. So there's a lot of growth happening. You guys are moving and shaking, and hopefully you will continue to grow. I know sometimes each month TikTok looks at it as a new start, a fresh start. So you want to continue to grow. And some months you'll do better than others. I'll say November is kind of an anomaly. I'm not gonna say anomaly. It is one of the end of the years, the biggest event in the year when they talk about Live Fest. Many of you have engaged in Live Fest fully, and and so what does it mean to now have this campaign, this opportunity? You're engaging your community, and people are rallying behind you, and you're seeing that support. And then December, we'll see. December is a month where we're closing out, so I'm not sure if we're going to see the same amount of growth, but you could make this a pivotal month for your community, especially if you have certain milestones you're hitting. If there's an end of the year wrap up you want to talk about with your community, if you want to help them understand what's going to happen in a new year for your live stream and kind of make that something of excitement, I want you guys to do that as well. That's a great way to start to end the year and prepare for the new year. Okay, so be intentional about that as well. But I just wanted to recognize, a few people, and I didn't name everybody, but I will say there's quite a few of you guys. If you look at your numbers, you will see some change that's happened. You said, hold on one second, Bloom. You said, how is Q1 on TikTok? Q1 is slow, traditionally. Traditionally. You hear a lot of that. Because what happens is Q4 is like a big month, especially for TikTok Shop. Q1 becomes not so big. So you're like, oh, this year one? Oh my gosh. So if Q4 was really big, Q1 is like, oh. I'm very happy. Are you really? I know you should be because you've grown quite a bit, friend. Like I said, I should have named quite a few more of y'all because I really can, to be honest with you. I really can. Like there were people who were when you think about, oh, look at you, look. You're so sweet. Thank you for that crown. Um, so let's see. Let's see. Thank you for that, Fred. I appreciate it. You, you said, I think it was Live Fest, and they put me over the top with that. Yes, thank you, LYI family. Yes, yes, the family showed up. Oh, Luna, look at you. Look at that. Gosh, you celebrated level 34 in the room. Look at there, friend. Congratulations again. Thank you so much for that. Let's see. That was so pretty. It was very pretty. You said, I just want to know what to expect. I heard that Bloom. Bloom, like, what's going to happen here? This is amazing, amazing agency. Thank you, E-Nurse. I appreciate that. Big 30 plus club. 30 plus, y'all. Several of y'all leveled up this month. Several of y'all leveled up this month. This has been the 30-30 club all month long. So I'm so happy with that. Appreciate all the support, friends. Um, and hopefully we're all growing together. We're building. That's the beauty of this. Um, I didn't get a chance this because you're teaching and support. Oh, you're so sweet. We are strong in the level. I know the level 30 club. It is super strong. It's super strong. So um I could have I was about to say Nika needs a 30 plus club sticker sheet for the 30 plus club folks. Yes. I like I said, I could have named several of y'all because the order is so impressive of how much growth has happened. You know, so when I go to the next page, Coach Jesse up there, Soda's up there, Adrian's up there, Sarah, the junk journal is up there. Um, we need representation. um, there is so many. Miss Bev is up there. Lee Ann, you grown a lot. I was about to say, oh, I didn't realize how much you grew. You grew a lot, friend. Um, because yeah, you doubled. Yeah, you almost, I think almost tripled. So you grew a lot. Coach Rhonda's up there. Dr. Michelle's up there. The short stuff, praise him. Janine, if y'all look at y'all numbers, you'll see everybody has growth across the board, whether it's 5K diamonds, 10K diamonds, 20K diamonds. Everyone has grown across the board. I know I'm paying attention. So, hello, friend. How you doing, friend? Hello, hello. Um, how's everybody doing? So, again, definitely look at your numbers. Look at how much you've grown. I just wanted to acknowledge that because I know many of you are like still trying to get your rhythm. I get it. I get it. You said daily lives really made a difference. It does. It does. It absolutely does. That's that's the secret. That's the cheat code. Daily. And I will say weekends, but daily. Okay? I know some of y'all like anti weekends too, but that goes back to the daily piece of it. I was going to say really, when it comes to the leagues too, timing of your live stream. I'm not telling you got to go live at night because there's people who have experimented with night versus morning and stuff, but it really does have an impact. If you are doing something and have a really great morning live, it won't sustain it to the end of the day, especially as you start leaguing up. Now, D League is fine. You can do that. C League, you might want to start thinking about your schedule. B League, you definitely can't get. I mean, I'm struggling now. So it's one of those things where you really want to put it at the forefront of like, what does it mean to do it, um, and be in a league as you part of your growth strategy. What does it mean to go live at the right time so you can essentially maintain your stride. I'm still trying to get my rhythm and community together. Okay, okay. I know. Well, yeah, I know you were moving around a little bit. And, thank you so much, friend. You said you need to ask me something important in all caps. Please be nice. Please be nice. What's your question, friend? Um, so let's go here. Let's go to I wanted to make sure we talked about something else we were going to talk about. Engagement. We already talked about. I know. Niggas like, Doc, don't fall for it. It's like, don't fall for it. We know it ain't nothing important like that. Somebody come to your live stream for. But let me know the person. There was a person in here that was asking about engagement with going live. I don't think they're still here, so I won't go there with them. Um, so I won't talk about that. If there's any other questions, let me know. Somebody asked about the agency earlier. Belinda, I think you asked earlier. Let me know if you're still here, friend. Um, I'm happy to talk about the agency, and let me know. Are you did say, you said I was asking. Okay. Are you going live yet? Let me know if you're going live. That's the only rule I have, because I now say you have to have live access. You got to go live first. You got to get those first 3 lives ideally out the way so that you can fully engage and start co-hosting and doing some other things to make sure you're going to be consistent with your live stream. So that's kind of my number one rule. Because, well, first of all, you can't get accepted in the agency because TikTok, unless you got live access, because TikTok won't let you join. So that's the first thing. But you got to have live access. Um, as you heard, we were talking about data. I'm going live now. Yes. Oh, Dr. Nicole. Oh, Dr. Nicole's our newest person. She just joined. Dr. Nicole, you got accepted, and I sent you the invite. And you said I'm going live now. Yes, yeah. And I sent you the invite, and you got to accept it. So give me a second. I'm gonna tell you what's the next step too. But yeah, you said yay. So you just need to go in. You got a system notification from TikTok. So we're gonna walk through that, and then and I'll share that with you. Hey, friend. Thank you. You're welcome. You're so welcome. Thank you for saying that. And then I'm happy you chimed in. I didn't realize you were in the room, friend. I missed that. Hello. Thank you for being here. Appreciate you getting that daily heart me. Not yet. Only had an account for a few weeks. Okay. So Belinda, so that's the first step. So once you start going live, the Creator Network program is TikTok's program for live hosts, for live creators. And so I'm not a TikTok shop agency. That's a different program. That's called the TikTok Shop Partners program. And then when it comes to the content, it's not an agency for content per se either, because I can't see any of your data for your content. I see it for your live stream. Okay, so I see how many videos you did, but I can't see your post. So there's nothing there that I can see. So it really is strictly for the live stream experience. So I tell people that just so that to help you manage expectations. If you get in trouble with TikTok with your content, appeal it and make it private. That would be my recommendation. Those are the things you want to pay attention to. Hello, hello. Is it Shadiria? Is that it? Shadiria? Did I say that right? I feel like I did. Help me. Let me know if I didn't say it correctly. Um, and so when it comes to the agency, so what I will tell you is once you get live access, you're gonna come into my profile or even go to my main page and click my web page to apply. The web page is in there for you to click and apply, and then once you apply, you would I'll see it in the system. And what happened with Dr. Nicole is that I can check to see if you're eligible and send you an invite. It's okay, Lafayette. Shadira. Okay, thank you so much, Shadira. Thank you for saying that, correcting me. I appreciate you. Now I see it. I appreciate it. I appreciate it, Fred. Um, Thank you for that. I appreciate that, Diana. Thank you for the support. Um, so so once you apply, TikTok has a couple of rules. You gotta have live access before you can get invited. Absolutely. You gotta have you only get one agency per person not per account. So if you have multiple accounts, TikTok says the account that you've made the most diamonds on is the account you have to apply with. So one account per person. And then you also can't be in violation or restriction at the time of applying. And you got to make sure that you're in the US or Canada. And then ultimately, if you are if you made too much diamonds or dollars, $5,000 over the last 5 months, TikTok says you've earned too much and um, you can't join an agency. You don't need an agency essentially. So just kind of keep that in mind. And it sounds like you're still new. You're just learning how you're going to go live soon. And so once you go live, definitely come back. I teach you how to look at your data. I try to make sure that you're paying attention to your data. This is a data-driven approach to looking at your live stream. Thank you so much, friend. And then ultimately, what you're going to do is create goals for yourself. Think about what goals do you have. Is it having your community tap your screen, comments that they're sending, your fan club members? What does it mean for the shares that you're getting? You can see who shared the live or how many shares have been out. Thank you for that. That's cute. That's cute. The maracas. I haven't seen that. I think some of those new gifts are for the campaign. The campaigns that are out there. There's a few new campaigns out there. Thank you for sharing out the live. And so that's free support. You could share, you could tap, you can comment. That's support. So you want your community to engage in that way. So I thank you so much for all that. You said beach maracas. Oh, is that what it said? Okay. Oh, I do see beach maracas. Yes. Oh, that's cute. You said keep your finger on the button. What button? Oh, what you talking about? Nikki, you so funny. You said get ready. We about to block him. Oh, you're so funny, girl. Um, so yeah. So what? So what you want to do is just make sure you're looking at your data. Y'all so funny. Look at your data so that you can make data-driven decisions. I do one-on-ones. I didn't say that earlier. Somebody asked what the agent's about. I forgot that I do one-on-ones, and I support you with looking at your specific data, and we can talk through what you need to do to improve and stuff. So definitely want to make sure I'm supporting. Dr. Nicole, let me know if you're still with me, friend. So when you look at your page real quick, when you look at your page, you're gonna see where it says inbox here. I want you to go to your inbox. Okay. So in your inbox, you're going to get a message that says a system notification. Okay. That's TikTok's official message they send to, and you'll get a message that says a Creator Network agency has invited you. And so you want to make sure, um, you said, where my sticky note at? Which sticky note? You talking about like sticky notes like this? Which one? My sticky note. What I was supposed to be talking about. You're so funny. So once you accept the invitation that was sent, you're gonna get another message from me. I send it through the agency page. That's what I was just on. I need to put some more content, y'all, but this is the agency's page. I'm gonna send a message here so you can follow the agency account. But that agency page is where you'll get a message from me to go and fill out my webpage with your contact information. I'm going to send you the webpage. You'll put your contact information there, and that's where you get into my database. And I can send you emails and information for agency, for our Zoom meeting that happens on Sundays. We have it at Sundays at 6:30 every Sunday, as well as you'll get a confirmation once you submit your contact information. There's a confirmation email that you'll receive, and it'll give you instructions to get to my school platform. So you'll get the code, the link for that. So to remind you what to say, someone asked if you were scripted earlier. Oh, with my notes? Yeah, I'm not scripted that much. So okay, understood. So yeah, accept. You got 7 days to accept it, and then I'll send you the webpage for my contact page. Complete that, and then check your email, and then click the link to sign up for the school platform. Okay, that is the order right there. And then let me send you I'm going to say hello in the chat, and you can follow this page too if you're not already. Okay, I'm going to pin it. Okay, so you can follow that page. All right, friends. Um, all right, everyone. Appreciate you all supporting. Let me know if there's any other questions. It's I've been on for 2 hours and 4 minutes. Okay, TikTok. All right. Um, so yeah, let me know if you have any more questions, and then I'm gonna head off. Who's going live tonight? Nika, are you going live? Nika, let me know what you're doing. She is one of three that is currently in round two. Round two of Live Fest. Round two. Let me do a Live Fest recap real quick. As an agency, we are currently number 20. We're 20 in the agency list. Not bad. That's great. We did good. Yep, for the fourth time today. Oh, you going live 4 times? Really? Wow, look at you. She said TikTok and me got her going live because of this campaign. Now she's going to become consistent. So I love it. You're going live for the fourth time today. Awesome, friend. So so the so it's interesting. It's hard to stay up in that leaderboard because everybody's going live. Okay, 7 p.m. Eastern, supporting artists discussions, testing time slots. Okay, I like that. So that's right. You didn't like the late nights. Trying to get there. I love it. I love it. So Nika, you're doing well. You're still in the top 200. So that's good. You're good. So that's good. And then both Pure Intentions and Wellness Girl. Wellness Girl is in 347, so she's up there. And then Pure Intentions is 353. She's in gold, so she's up there as well. So we'll see how this goes for them. I'm falling asleep on people. I heard that. I know. I know. It's hard. Yeah, I needed a nap today, and I didn't even get my nap. Need to get 100, right? Yep. Top 100 moves forward. So it's gonna require you to get a little bit of a push. Where is Pure at? She's 353. She has to be in top 52. So I don't know what that means. So we'll see what this looks like. She has a couple big battles coming up. So I would imagine those are going to be where she gets a nice little boost. You know, but the thing about it is there are so much competition in that gold. That gold and wellness similar. She's in bronze, 347. She went live earlier. Um, I hate to say it. I mean, it's hard now because I think people are doing like 24 hours. They're going all days. I mean, all day long. So there's a lot of that happening. So I don't know. I don't know what this is going to look like with being able to make it sustainable. I have more votes than them. Yeah. You have more votes. Yes, you do. You have a lot of votes. Hello, friends coming in. I appreciate you and battling for a lot of it. Yes, they are battling a lot. Yeah. I know, like I said, I know Pure has a couple big battles happening, so I'm sure that's gonna give her a nice little boost. But um, and she's definitely making a go at it. So that's beautiful. I know Wellness Girl was making a go at it too because she went live earlier in the daytime. So I'm not sure if she's gonna go live again today. She normally doesn't do Saturdays, so I wouldn't be surprised if she's like, you know what, I ain't going. Aruma was there earlier, was live for 6 hours. Ooh, 5 to 6 hours at that point. Wow, what level were they in? Gold, silver, or bronze? TT is making some change. What you mean? Let me see what you mean by that. You talking about with Live Fest or people's ability to go live all day long to do those marathons? Yeah, it's hard. It's definitely hard. So, um, hey, Nurse Millie, how are you, friend? Thank you so much for being here. Did you see my comment? No, I didn't. Hold on, let me see where if I got some filtered comments. Sometimes I have filtered comments sitting in there. No, I don't have any filtered comments. Let me check and see. Um, oh, wait a minute. Are you talking about your live? Live at 9 p.m. Central, night capping. Is that what you meant? Nightcap, like a nightcap? Let me know if that's what you meant, Coach Jesse. B3, and I'm not sure what level. I'll find out. So B3 was silver. That's a silver leaguer. So that's what they were doing. Silver division. So that's yeah, that's good. I mean, silver was hard. Silver was interesting, friends. So yeah. All right. Yes, I was. Oh, okay. So you're going live at 9 p.m. Central. So Coach Jesse's going live tonight. You're doing your regular live. I think that's your regular live for your audience. So you're going live at 9 p.m. Central. Leah, you said 7 p.m. Central. Nika, you did not say a time. What time are you going? Voice chat. You're gonna do voice chat. Gotcha. What are you doing for voice chats? Are you doing affirmations? Oh, I'm sorry. I said 7 p.m. Central, 7 p.m. Eastern. What I said, I said I must have said 7 p.m. Central. 7 p.m. Eastern is Leanne, and thank you everybody. I appreciate it. I caught it, didn't I? Well, I didn't catch it. You shared it with me. Let me know. You said I'm exhausted. I did Fab Lab today. Did you? Hi, Rachel Sun Sunflower. Hi, your friend. Um, so chat and music. Okay, chat and music. Gotcha. Yeah, that's how I did my live. I was torn. I love the affirmations. I really do. Janine, she's still here. I don't know if she's gone already. Her affirmation with the finance affirmations was really good. I like that. I have a gig. I will be home by 9:30 Eastern. Okay. All right. Um, and then I messaged you. Were you doing Nika, were you trying to do a battle today? Still? Because I was going to say you might just need to do a random. The person who I was trying to coordinate with, their person may not be a good fit. So let me know if that's what you're thinking. And then I guess you would need to rally anybody who has power ups at this point. Or you could decide to wait until the bonus hour tomorrow. So it's up to you. Okay. All right, friends. Let me know if there's other questions. I'm gonna head off. Um, I'm gonna set my alarm, Leanne. So when I get off, I'm gonna set the alarm here and see. We will look out for you later after check-in. You guys what I was just saying. I'm gonna set my alarm. I will check it out. We'll see. Whew. TikTok. TikTok. Too much. Too much TikTok. I know. Let's see. Okay. Thanks. Hey, Coach Rhonda. Are you Coach Rhonda, did you fix your microphone? Let me know if that is all good now. And are you going live tonight? Anybody else who's going live tonight? You said, how am I doing, Frax? I am, well, we got pushed back to 44%. That's what I was just teasing with Leanne, because I am 44% now. So hopefully that holds up for to get me this not to get me past 70 before the night is over. I got 4.5 hours, 4.5 hours before it is gonna reset. Good evening, good evening. You said you're going live at 8 p.m. Okay, 8 p.m. It doesn't reset tonight, does it? What you mean? It resets every night. Oh, not the gift gallery. I'm talking about the leagues, daily the daily reset for the leagues. You said your name of your chat is called Chat and Chill. Okay. Oh, you said, oh, okay. Yeah, yeah, that changes every. Yeah, this here you gotta pay attention to that every day. I'm going to adjust the positioning. Okay, gotcha. Okay, I like that name, Coach Jesse. Chat and chill. That's good. Okay, that's good, Coach Rhonda. So yeah, adjust the positioning and stuff. Yeah, that might be the solution. Yeah. All right, friends. Yeah, I'm not going to be pressed. Yes, don't be pressed yet. This is not the time. TikTok don't want me to unfilter. Let's see. Yeah, so yeah, definitely don't be pressed about it. Not yet. Not until you can get to a schedule. Hey, Mocha, how you doing? Not until you can get to a daily routine. And I know right now you're able to go live more because you're home. You know, you're recovering from your surgery, and so it allows for more of a presence with your stream. But again, this is a good time to build your community and focus on that. As you think about the new year, what are your goals for the new year? And think about your engagement come December. You know, what does that look like too? Hey, Paramount, thank you so much, friend. And let me know. Okay, guys, I'm gonna head off as I've done officially. It's 30. So I'm gonna get off, save my goal. Let me see, reset it. Okay. Oh, we have a snowstorm happening. Oh my gosh. Good night, Per Mom. How's everything going for you, Per Mom, too? I'm gonna say everybody in the month of just month of November has grown. So you're another person on my list. Safety and blessings. Yes, yes. Definitely, Miss Darlene. Make sure you stay safe and stay warm and stay indoors. Okay. I still have my blast. Oh, okay, your blast for tonight. So, okay, were you gonna do a random? Thank you, Coach Rhonda. I appreciate you. Thank you for that. Um, are you gonna do a random? If you're gonna do a random, that's probably the better way to go. I know it's a little scary, but you should be fine. Okay, you messaged me. Okay, we'll talk about it. All right. All right, friends. All right, I'm gonna see you guys later. I appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. And I'll see you guys in the TikTok streets. All right. Take care. Bye bye. Thank you so much. Appreciate all the support. I will see you all tomorrow at 10. Thank you so much. All right. Bye bye.